My loves, I am delighted to introduce you to my Busy Bee no-sew journal folio. Little journal, nice and weighty, this one. Now this matches my bee explosion box, which is showing itself off here. There's all sorts of things going on in there that are really interesting. So that's that. Just making a bit of an appearance there on the outside. But this is the folio. We've got this beautiful tassel here, and as we open this up, we've got all these lovely pages that have got a little tuck spot at the bottom, and they've got these absolutely gloriously regal tags on them, all with a bee theme, and you've got this honeycombed pattern on the back, and they all fit in their little tuck spots, so you've got a good amount of writing space there, and you've also got those tags as well. And we go through the whole book in the same vein. We've got these index tabs on every page with these different gorgeous little images on them, and all of these pages throughout. Look at these, and they're all different, really detailed, really beautiful. I'll go through it again right to the very end. And back to the beginning. It's lovely and heavy, like I say. It feels like a really substantial thing because we're no sewing. We've got this double thickness of card going on throughout, and then of course we've got the weight of the tags inside. It feels really lovely, feels like a really luxurious thing. Come with me, let's see how we make it. Here we are then, my loves. I've got my bits and bobs cut out and I'm ready to go. I'm on 200 gram throughout. You can go a little bit lighter, you can go a little bit heavier with this one. These pieces here are the only pieces that I've reverse printed. So any page that's got these shaped pieces on, reverse print those with the honeycomb backing sheet that you get in the kit, or you can leave them white if you want to. I've also got a lovely tassel here, and I get these from Amazon. I pay about £12, I think, for 100 of them, and they last me forever, and they come in all sorts of different colours, and you get a big lot in the kit. So I've got one of those going on. Right, these are the covers, front and back. These are all your little bits and bobs that are going to go inside, your tags that are going to go inside. These are the little bits and bobs that are going to act as your tuck spots, and these are your main pages. And I am going to fold each one of these in half using my eyes rather than a scoring board, and I'm lining up these lines here and these edges, folding each one of those in half, the other way, not this way. There we go. So do that for all of those, and then I'm going to put them in order. So this is my first page, and from there I can see where I'm going. I've got the bee on here. I'm looking for the next bee, which is that one that's going to sit like that. Then I've got the clover flower, and the clover flower is there. I've got the hive on the right, so I want the hive on the left now, and that one's going to sit here. And then I've got the honey. My back cover has got, if I pick it up, the back cover has got the honey on it. There. And my front cover has got this little honeybee on it there. So that's how it's all going to fit together. I'm going to glue it together. I'm going to omit the first page and the back page for now. I'm going to take my first page, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put my big glue all over the back of here. And I'll go around the edges with my little glue. There we are. And then I'm going to stick my next page to it, lining it all up absolutely beautifully. Just as simply as that. So this is a no-sew folio. There, and then I'm going to repeat that process until I get to the end. There we are. Only takes a minute, and I've got these beautiful heavyweight pages now because I've got 2 pages of 200 grams stuck together, making 400 gram in total. And now I've got my covers, and I've also got my lovely golden tassel here that I'm going to attach. Now this book is spineless in so much as you've got that exposed. If you want to ink over that, you ink over that. If you want to leave it as it is as a feature, you can also do that. You could use a piece of ribbon as a spine, and I'm going to show you something similar with a piece of scrap. Now this is the scrap from my Cricut machine. So I'm going to take a piece of this. This is the overprint from the reverse printed page, and I'm just going to cut myself down a section as wide as I can from that, and I'm going to use that as a spine. So I've cut it down into a strip. I don't need to cut that white bit off the end, I can glue that underneath. So I'll cut off the top here, and then I'm going to see how long I need it to be. And cut at the bottom as well. Check my length. Perfect. And I'm going to glue this on now. I'm going to glue it onto the front. I'm going to glue it onto the back, but I'm not going to glue it onto the spine because that spine needs to be able to move just a little bit. So I'll start with my white side. Let's get some glue on here. Actually, what I'll do, I think I'll give myself a little fold to work to. So I'll fold it this way first of all, because that's where I can see. You could score this actually if you wanted to first. Just fold that. And now I can see where I need to glue from my first little bit. There. So everywhere. So this side of my fold, I'm going to glue. Like this, and stick this on. Butt it up to my spine there like that. And I'm going to fold this around when this has had a little bit of a chance to grab. And it's not slipping about the place. And then fold this over. Like this, giving myself a nice rounded little spine as I go there. So that will be my little spine, my little covered spine when I'm done, and I haven't got any glue in the spine like I said. I want to put my little tag in here. Alternatively, I could put it in one of these, couldn't I? I could do that because these are going to be sitting on every page with a little, let's grab one to show you, with a little tuck spot here. So if you wanted, you could make yourself a little dangle with one of those. No, I'm going to put it in the spine. I'm going to put it in the spine. So I'll take some glue. I'll glue it on to the spine here like this. Pop it in a little way. And then I'm going to glue all of this section here. Leaving this little bit on the inside so my spine's got some freedom to move. Tuck that in. Fold this over. And there we go. I've got a nice spine on my book now with my lovely tassel there like that. Right, now I can glue on my front cover, and my front cover is going to go on there like that. So I'm going to pop some glue on here. Let's just check I don't need to trim any off first of all. Nudge my spine in nice and close. That looks great. Check I don't need to trim anything off there. No, that's working a treat. So I can glue this confidently. Same again, I'll just go round these edges so that I know it's all going to glue down beautifully. You can glue all over and spread it out if you want to. I find this is absolutely fine. It splodges out gorgeously, and I don't need to do that. So there we are. Pop this on. There, and there is my cover on. Simple as that, and it looks and it feels fabulous, and it opens nicely as well because I've got this little bit of movement in my spine there. There we go, looking great. Turn this over. I've got my back cover here. This is reverse printed because it comes on a page with some of those on. Just check this out for positioning. Fabulous. Again, looks blooming lovely. Looks blooming lovely. Well, go around the edges. And stick it down. Lining up my little hexagon. There we are. It is beautiful. Really lovely. Right, now we can get to the insides. Now for the insides, we've got these little tuck spots. We've also got a little label here, which you can choose to stick on the front or not. Might not use it. I love it so much as it is. And we've also got these two little pieces that you need to set aside. We've got the honeybee and we've got the little honey jar there. They're not the tuck spots. They're designed to fit over there if you feel that you would like a little bit, just a little bit of extra dimension on the front and back covers. Or if you don't want to do that, you can use those on the inside. We have got a couple of repeats here, and this is the order that I'm putting mine in. I've got a honey jar, I've got the seal, I've got the beehive, I've got a little flower there, I've got this lovely bee with the olive design going around, I've got this little vase of flowers, I've got another honey jar, and I've got another wax seal. So I'm going to start by opening my folio, popping my honey jar down here, have a mess about with these pieces, put them where you want to put them, and positioning that quite low down. I'm going to take one of my pieces. Again, you can sort through which piece you want to go where, and I want to position it about there on the page. So I know I can lift these two up now. I can turn them over. I can see how much of my honey jar I need to glue. So I'll just glue that bottom section. Turn this back over. Pop it on in the middle. There's my tuck spot. And when that's dry, my lovely little tag will fit very nicely underneath it. I'm going to do that for every page. So I'll take another of my little tags. I'll take my next little tuck spot, position them where I want them to go, turn over my seal, pop glue on the bottom section. I can lose that now. Pop this down, and there's my little tuck spot, looking like a gorgeous part of the design. And then when we want to, we've got these little tags. So we've maxed out on our writing spaces there. We've got some lovely big writing spaces here, and we've got some writing spaces there as well. Looks gorgeous, I think you'll agree. There we are. So that's our first page of our lovely bee journal. Set those to one side, and I'm going to carry on in that way until I get to the end. There we are. So I've done all of these. I've popped my little tuck spots on the bottom there, on all the pages, letting those dry before I go popping my tags in. And the last little thing I want to do is pop my little honeybee on the top here. You don't have to use these, like I say. I had space on the page and I thought it would make a nice little bit of extra dimension on your front and back covers, like that. Let's pop one on the back. I love an extra little bit of whimsy, you know, that doesn't matter. You won't really see the back very much, and yet it's there. So those attentions to detail, I think, really next level your paper craft projects. There we are. So there's my little jar of honey. There's my little extra on the back there as well. I think they look really well. And me label. I can't make my mind up whether to put that label on or not. I don't know. What do you think, guys? It is quite nice. I did want it as a writing journal, and it's a useful little journal. Make a lovely gift, this one. And I guess if you put this one on the front, you're giving it a little bit of context, aren't you? Let's pop it on. I mean, you're telling a user to use it as notes, aren't you? You could double up on these if you want, so you've got more journaling cards inside. There we are. There's my busy bee. That looks nice, actually. It does look nice. Right, I'm going to pop these in. I hope they're dry enough. I don't think it matters which order I go in, although I had worked in reverse order. Let's kind of do it the way I'd planned it. They're all the same size. And they're all different, with different shapes. So when that glue's dry, you can safely tuck that under quite firmly. I'm being a little bit ginger with them for now. Oh, those pages, don't they look so beautiful? Wow, what a regal thing this has turned into. Very befitting of a queen bee, I think. Oh, look, I don't want to have the hive there. I'm there. Let's put that somewhere else. There we are. I've finished. I've got one little piece left. Had it on me, had space on the page. I've popped that on. You could pop that on the back. Should we pop it on the back? I've inked all my pieces as well, by the way. Should have said that first. Quite lightly, just adds. Again, it adds. I could make that into a pocket. Don't know why, because I haven't got any other pieces actually left now. But I'll make it into a pocket in case I find a little bit of something else I can pop in there. There we are. We're done, my loves. We're done. Let's have a look at it. Like I say, once my glue is dry, I can jam that in quite tight and it'll be fine. It'll stay in place. And these pages are looking absolutely glorious. Really, really happy with that. That is your busy bee journal. I hope you love it. It matches my other bee items. I've got a beautiful explosion box. And there's also a free printable as well of a gorgeous bookmark to come with this. There you go. Have loads of fun, my loves. I will see you next time.